It's
All right, back to what I was saying. Mario is without a doubt Nintendo's biggest franchise, which is why it's my number 2. And I grew up playing it. My mom grew up playing it. That's something I can always share with my mom and dad. Smash Bros. Is like it's gonna have my number 1 because I've always played it and I've never not liked it. And that's something you can sit there and be in a room with 4 people for just like hours on end, just going through characters, brawling, talking about who's the biggest, who's the baddest, and it's not gonna change.
right.
You can still do that shit all fucking day.
Do you remember last night we were at my friend's house?
Yeah, we were at our buddy's house, and this man had literally an SD card to where characters were changed. Like I was ever playing Vegeta, Vegito, Goku.
I was Donald Trump for fuck's sake.
He was Donald Trump. I mean, it was crazy, bro. Like One Punch Man, like Hit, the characters from everything, dude. It was insane.
I was Shrek one game too.
He was Shrek, bro. It was crazy. Like it was amazing. Like that stuff you could do is crazy. But I mean, now that is by no means Nintendo like want us to do. But I mean, stuff we're gonna do. But like anyway, I'm getting off topic. My top 3 game of all time, and I don't know who I should give this to, but I'm gonna give it to the Dragon. Like I'm not even gonna say. If you go from Game Boy Color, PS1,
PS2,
PS2,
PS3,
PSP, PS3, not done. It even went to Wii, Nintendo DS,
Microsoft.
It's on computer.
It's on PS4.
It's on PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360.
And one of them's on
now
Switch too.
Now it's branched out to our phones. It's now on Switch.
We
And
can talk
there are
about
still shows about it, without a doubt. And I hate to put this over Naruto, but Dragon Ball Z is without a doubt one of the greatest games of all time.
Dragon Ball Z is the greatest anime franchise of all time. No matter what you're
But
talking
if you
about.
want to think of it, take it down. There is not a game you could put in besides Sagas, which I feel like they really let us down on Dragon Ball Z Sagas.
Yeah.
It's without a doubt one of the greatest
Oh.
gaming franchises there ever
I get that
is.
motion because I played the shit out of Sagas.
Budokai was the best series of the games, personally.
Well, see, if you want to break it down, Budokai went from Budokai to Budokai Tenkaichi, which I
Speaking-
still classify.
Speaking of Budokai, timeout, flag on the play. Don't even. We're back. Anyway, my boy Young's over there blushing a little bit, and he don't want me to do this, but since he's my boy, I got to put him on blast. I just want to state, since we're talking about Budokai, I work with my boy, and I had to hear him talk shit about how he was going to beat that ass in Budokai for about, I don't know, Young, a month at least. And then he got the game, and he thought he was hot shit, and the game came in the mail. And my boy's got skills. I'm not even hating. My boy can game. Well, he just didn't realize he was fucking with an OG game.
Which Budokai?
Budokai 2.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to say, and I'm going to leave it at this. Me and my boy played 20 rounds, and I'm going to let him tell you how many I won. And if you don't, I will.
I mean, I think the man won like a solid.
Anyway, I'll go ahead and say it. My record stands at 18-2, and I let him win 2 because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. I'm going to leave it at that. But my boy can game. Much respect.
I'm not gonna lie, I got my ass whooped. This man cannot beat me on the PlayStation 4. It never happened.
Face me at a Naruto game, and I'll kick your ass. I never played a Naruto game, so yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree.
I touched Naruto and you just so I can't. So I'm gonna say I have to kick her ass. I'll be honest.
All right. Our next topic is going to be top spot or favorite anime.
Honestly, anime is so big. Let's just keep it down to our all-time favorite anime.
All-time favorite anime, me personally, I grew up watching it, is Naruto.
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, that's Flash's, so Young Brilliance is not going to do his. This is going to catch a lot of y'all off guard. And this would have been like my top 4 game of all time. I grew up watching this, playing. Dude, this is going to give it away right here. I had the little Deck Masters, the little
Yu-Gi-Oh!
dual kick. Yeah. You ain't, bro.
You still fuck with that.
Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. And I still fucking watch it, bro. I get bored and just turn it on. Like, I was that kid who had, like, all the limited edition cards, all the Egyptian gods. This was before Yu-Gi-Oh took that weird shit now. This fucking ridiculous.
I'll even second that motion.
Like, I'd be, like, on my way, like, we'd have show and tell at school, and I'd whip out my little deck thing and say, who's ready to duel? And like everybody would look at me funny.
Young would pull all them hoes with that Deck Master on, man. I don't know.
No. Imagine bringing that doors up in there. We're like, I got this shit now. It's like, so you get in trouble. It's like, bring it. Let's
Up
go
until
run
a
next to
couple
us.
of years ago, I still had that motherfucker, and I don't know what happened to it, but I wish I still had it.
Oh, yeah.
Word, that's a good one.
That's my favorite, and honestly, that's one of those things. I wish they had never changed it from the original, because after that,
It kind of went downhill, I'll be honest.
Word. But if we're saying, if we're doing like top 5, probably number 2 would be Cowboy Bebop. But we're not doing it though.
If we're talking about these things, are we talking about the favorite or the greatest? Because mine is the same.
We're going favorite.
I'm just curious.
Whatever.
I will say, no disrespect to Flash, like Naruto is not even on like my top. I watch a lot of anime through my time. Like it's not one of my. I've never seen a full episode of Naruto. I watched like half an episode, got off of it, and it may be one of those things where if I watched more of it and got more into it, I may like it. It was just never my deal.
The story is really good.
I feel that, and me being an anime buff, like I probably didn't give it enough. I mean, half an episode is not really enough to fill something out.
It depends, like what saga you were in.
That's what's up.
That makes sense.
I feel like my favorite and the greatest, and there's two. There's really 3 that I feel like are just like above the rest. One's definitely Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z,
Word.
The whole Dragon Ball, from Dragon Ball, and this is another thing.
Dragon
I'm
Ball
fucking
Super,
old.
Dragon Ball
I remember
GT,
watching Dragon Ball.
Leave GT out of this.
GT's horrible.
Dragon
Hey,
Ball.
ain't that bad.
Everybody, GT is where all the badass characters
The
come.
Dragon
That's the
Ball.
thing, though.
Hell no.
GT was not an actual series into the Dragon Ball franchise.
You were just talking about how Yu-Gi-Oh got fucked up and they got into some weird shit. GT is the weird shit of Dragon Ball.
Okay, think about
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Had it
That's
not-
when they fell
had it
off.
not
and
been
then
for
they came back
GT,
with Super.
Had it not been for GT, would we have?
The Dragon Ball series was forever before
No,
GT.
I'm saying.
Exactly.
However, they had to turn Super Saiyan 4 to get to where they're
Well,
at.
here-
with Ultra
hold on, let me
Instinct
throw my
and everything,
2 cents in
right?
here.
And without
GT,
GT, we wouldn't have Ultra Instinct, and we wouldn't have Super Saiyan God.
Okay, no, let me throw my 2 cents in about for a minute about GT. Okay, I'll admit GT was weird. I'll admit that. But I'll admit I like it. But then I'll always admit that it was not an official franchise in my opinion. I'll be honest.
I don't include it in the Dragon Ball Z.
I don't either.
It's documented proof online that I forgot whoever his name is who created Dragon Ball Z. He said that I was not part of it. I don't want to be in the timeline of Dragon Ball Z.
But
Super Saiyan 4 was not part of it. So
Exactly.
basically, no.
exactly.
It was
But-
like every other movie where they come out with that one extra watered down sequel.
Right.
Go ahead.
But with GT, I mean, whatever. But it may not have been an official franchise for the Dragon Ball series, but I liked it for a few different things because they changed it up a little bit, even though it wasn't a true franchise. I'll admit they changed it up a little bit, and they had Super Saiyan 4. That was pretty cool. I wish they would have had that in the original series. That would be cool, but at the same time, it kind of had its own thing. Because, I mean, plus the fact, the last episode, Goku's still a kid, but when he gets older, everyone's already old. Goku's still the same. It's like, I mean, that's
played out. Like
it's a little played out, yeah.
I mean, the Dragon Ball series was all about Goku being a kid. Like
Yeah, and they just
It's like
basically
they retract.
they reamped it a little, and it was just
Yeah.
like, that's just kind of dumb.
The idea of Dragon Ball GT was to bring back the old Dragon Ball, the old Dragon Ball, but how they played it out didn't make
Well,
any
they didn't
sense.
even relate to it.
right.
As I say, everybody is entitled to their own opinion, which
And yours sucks.
y'all-
And that's okay. That's okay.
As you know,
We'll judge
I
you.
mean, I understand you guys have some trash opinions right now.
Whatever.
Bro, my point is the heart of the Dragon Ball Z series, and it goes from now all the way to the latest super shit.
You know
is the Android saga, the Frieza saga,
Yep,
and
yep.
the Cell saga.
Yep,
And you can throw the World Games in there.
What about Boo?
Boo and
I don't even know how I left that off. Forgive me.
Boo was honestly probably the number one on.
I'll say from that.
I'll agree with you on that.
I would say the Cell, but the Boo would be a close second.
Boo, because like Boo honestly was like the hardest saga for Goku to.
Have you ever watched the full Frieza saga though?
I have.
The full Frieza saga, I may have to retract my statement and say that's probably the best one because like Frieza just didn't like that motherfucker wasn't going out. Like he wasn't going.
Neither was
He
Russo.
survived a spirit bomb, for Christ's sake.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a lot right there.
We're
Frieza.
our fans for you. So
Frieza
if you
video.
guys think GT
And there's
was
been like
just-
3 movies
like-
about him since then. Like
if you
Yeah,
guys
he's
think
still
GT was like the greatest series, like I do, let us know. If you think it's trash, don't comment because I mean we don't need
Yeah,
that
you're
negativity.
losing that.
Before I throw my
that
news about
ball,
GT, I will say one thing though, because I actually thought it was kind of cool at the same time, because the Buu Saga brought up the fusion technique, even with the ported earrings or the actual fusion dance.
But do you know what the earrings are?
The ported earrings. Do it?
Poppers.
Oh, yeah.
But do you know what they actually are?
And that I actually
They're
do not-
soul infusing.
Right.
They're from. Okay, they explain it more in Super. I don't know if I think I'm right, but
Do
they're
not
from
spoil it.
they're from-
I don't want to know. I'll figure it out on my own.
Hakai, basically.
And I knew that I already knew, but don't spoil any more of it. But in GT, I will admit though, the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was pretty epic, but a little OP.
Sometimes that's the thing. Like usually with these things, they go over the top, and at some point you can be doing too much. I felt like in that frame of time in the series, like they were doing too much. You know, I
just want to break it down like this, and this is where I hate to say Yu-Gi-Oh fell off. Dragon Ball Z is one of those few series that really started at first showing aired in 1989. It is 2018. How much of it have they really changed? It's the same characters.
It's only got bigger.
It's the same everything. It's only gotten bigger.
That's what makes it great, though.
See, that's what
people still want Goku and Gohan and Trunks and Vegeta. They don't want
Naruto. For example, Naruto is great. They had the same characters, but they just ended it, and this is where they're going to kill it. They've got this new series called Boruto.
I don't even watch it
because that's that way. And like that's what killed you.
Gundam Wing did the same thing. I don't know if y'all fuck with Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing did the same thing.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh, it was great. Whenever they got rid of Yu-Gi, what is it?
I do want to make one point real quickly. DBZ is my favorite, but if there's anybody that can hold a candle to DBZ as far as all-time greatest franchises, I'm 26 going on 27. I don't give a fuck. I ain't got no shame in my game. I'll say it. And they also got caught up in the fact that like they at one point they did too much. The Pokemon series is an all-time great. Pokemon came out in the United States in '96, and they're still fucking selling millions of dollars worth of everything: games, merchandise.
Hell, they came out with Pokemon Go and made ridiculous money. Everybody was playing
Pokemon on the original Game Boy, bro. The big blocks, black and white Game Boy.
Yes, fuck yes.
Red and blue and yellow, and they're still putting out games.
Yeah.
That's a great franchise. Like, there's only Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon. Like, there's got to be three of the top as far as standing the test of time.
To be exact, Pokemon Go has 100 million downloads.
I didn't even think about that.
And you got to think.
It's the number one grossing adventure game on Google Play
and right now. And it came out, like 2015? 2016. That's 20 years after the first, like, after it dropped. 20 fucking years later. And people are walking around outside trying to catch them all. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real.
Yeah, you're hardcore die fan to keep the game.
Well, guys, do we have one more topic before we're going to wrap this thing up?
I can keep going all night.
Same here.
We can keep going all night. But can our fans keep going all night?
So it's basically a two-part series to this.
I'm going to make it a two-part series, basically.
Yeah, I think we need to change your name to Buzzkill. Or Buzz Killington.
Or BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed. Oh!
You're killing me.
We do not own copyrights to the name BuzzFeed.
Agreed.
Works for me. All right. You open up an anime, I'm going to bring up one. Okay? And y'all may not have heard of it, but maybe you'll have. I don't fucking know. It isn't an old one, but it's kind of been out there for a little while, and it's actually a tough. I actually want to bring up a tie between one, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Right? Because I've been rewatching every once in a while, but I'm going to have to go with either Death Note.
Ooh.
I've had people hate and love for it, but I can rewatch it.
I've never actually watched the series Death Note. Hold on, wait a second.
Really good
Don't kill me. But the reason I found out about Death Note was the movie.
Right.
However, I never watched the anime.
I've never watched it.
Somebody told me to watch the anime and said if you watch the anime compared to the movie, it's not as good.
I couldn't tell you.
But honestly, for a remake of an anime, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad at all.
The anime itself was great, but the movies itself, I hate to say it, they were complete and utter garbage. Same how they're doing with Tokyo Ghoul and all that. Do not make a fucking real life movie of an anime. It is just going to be bad.
Like they did with DBZ.
Honestly, out of all the live actions, DBZ is probably one of the better ones ever released.
I'll even second that.
Best ever.
I'll say that because after all the live anime movies, Dragon Ball Z actually did top it. I'll be honest on that.
And we're talking about anime movies, though. And I may be like, what you'll relate on this. I don't know if Flash and Young will, like on the older anime movies. I want you to impress me right now.
Speaking of, this is an anime, but the Boondocks are making the live action.
Boondocks is my shit. I can talk about that all day, too.
There we go.
Shiznit. Like, I heard that.
I can do that.
They are making a live action, and I think it's going to be badass for
me. Is that what you were going to say?
Greatest anime movies ever. Okay, I'm just going to throw out, like, my top 2. I don't even know if you know them. If you know them, I'm going to dap you to the cows on them because that's my respect.
Go ahead.
Spirited Away.
Heard of it.
Love.
I've seen
Much
it.
love.
I've seen it. I've
That's a
seen it.
really good movie.
Classic. That is like, and if you're somebody who like watches shit for the right reasons, you really love anime.
I've
There's
seen
a
it
lot
numerous
behind
times. I got forced to watch it at least a couple of times in a race. I'm like, I know this movie. I may not remember a lot of it, but I know the
It's
movie.
fucking great. Well, Flash knows, like, it's fucking, that's a classic.
Have you
All
seen
right,
it?
what's your second one? I'm kind of curious now.
This is an older one. I don't know how many, I doubt many of our viewers have even, like, ever even seen it, but it was an all-time classic, sold millions of copies. My Neighbor Totoro.
Heard of it?
My fucking man.
I've heard of it.
Never heard of
Neighbor
it.
Totoro.
You need to look that up. It's old. It came out like 96.
I used to watch a lot of old anime back then, even around the time that Inuyasha was still around for the original stuff.
Oh, man. Inuyasha, bro.
That was my shit.
Yeah.
I'll even rewatch it half the time on my computer half the time.
Classic.
Just to prove a point.
That's a classic. Another one I don't know if y'all ever heard of, but this is an all-time great. And I don't know how many seasons it lasted, but you got to be like a real anime buff. It used to come on Toonami back in the day.
I know it.
It's Dragon Ball Z, Rurouni Kenshin. I don't know if you remember Rurouni Kenshin. He had a double-edged sword,
I know what you're talking about.
but it was reversed. The blade was on the opposite side.
I know what you're talking about.
Fucking great. It only went on for like 6 seasons.
Right, okay.
All-time great.
I know what you're talking about. Okay. Now for my other tiebreaker, because it's actually tough to decide between Death Note, and I have to throw this out there because, I mean, I haven't watched it in forever, but at the same time, I could try to watch it again after a while. I'm just really busy at the time. I'm going to have to go with Black Butler.
Never seen it.
You've never seen Black Butler?
I've heard of it.
This is more newer stuff.
Yeah, well, it's newer,
No
but
disrespect. Your
I
opinion,
mean,
your opinion.
I like older stuff. Like I can binge Dragon Ball Z all fucking day. I will binge watch the fuck out. I've done it numerous times on my computer.
Word.
I can go from the very beginning all the way to the end of the Buu Saga and just say, I just get a good old clap and be like, fuck yes, I can watch this any day if I want. I can go all old and all new any day. But with Black Butler, it's kind of like a weird, creepy vibe kind of thing, but at the same time, it's interesting. And I mean, I haven't really watched the newer seasons because I've been pretty much getting forced to be told, watch it. It's like, I'm going to take a breather from that. And I will bring up an older anime because I actually bring up 2 old animes that I actually really like, but I didn't put them in my top. Well, I can put them in my top 5, but I choose not to. 1, Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, not a fan.
I read it, but I didn't watch it.
It was a good anime. It's just not one of my favorites, but respect.
Yeah,
like, I can see somebody.
I only watched the whole thing once, but I can't really binge watch it too much.
Attack on Titan's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. I've had it spoiled so many times I refuse to watch it. No offense. I like it. I got mad respect for it, but I've had it spoiled from season 1 to 2 to whatever season, and I'm just saying I can't watch it anymore. So sorry. Second, Zatch Bell. Anyone heard? It's an older anime.
I forgot about Zatch Bell. Yeah,
It's an older anime. I thought it was pretty cool. It's an older anime. I figured it was pretty cool.
I'll tell you another one that's similar to that you're probably be the only one that can relate to me on this. Case Closed. Case Closed came out. He's a little detective, the kid.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about it.
That's pretty dope.
All right.
That was around that same time.
All right. We already brought up 1 to 2 anime. I thought we were doing top 5 anime.
We're doing
We're
3.
just doing 3.
Doing
We're
3,
taking
okay.
forever
Okay,
on
well, I brought-
5s. Like, we're still taking forever on 3s. Like,
Okay.
trying
Well,
to speed it up.
okay. Well, I'm gonna bring up 1 real quick, and then we'll go on to our last one and just call that topic there. Does it sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This one's actually kind of new. Came out like 4 or 5 years ago, from the very beginning, and I'll still watch it. It's got an interesting vibe to it, but it's also got a bit of comedic funny into it. They've only had 1 season of it, but I wish they would make more. And I think they will eventually. Devil's a Part-Timer. I know you've never heard of it. It just came out like 4 years ago. But the story of it is you see this guy, this demon king named King Satan, and he's trying to destroy this world called Anta Isla, and he escapes into the real world. And it's kind of stupid, but at the same time, it's interesting to see how stupid it is. They're stuck in the real world until they get their magic back. And the only way to conserve their magic is living in the real world in Japan. It's really dumb, but I can watch it all day and not give 2 shits. But anyway, anyone else want to name their last anime?
We forgot Bleach.
I forgot about Bleach!
Honestly, I don't know if you guys consider this an anime. But this is definitely
Probably not if you just said that.
I probably honestly forgot about it. And I don't know if anybody in this room fucked with it. Inuyasha.
We just said it.
You just
Bro,
brought up
where the fuck have you been?
You're an
We
idiot.
discussed that shit
You're an
already.
idiot. You're just an anime.
Oh shit! I didn't even hear that.
God damn it,
Bro.
young fuck.
My bad. That was honestly probably one of my top 10 million Yasha.
God damn, dude.
I would love to talk about that 10 minutes ago.
For real. All right, Flash, name one. Name
What
one.
respect? I mean, it was.
Mad respect to
All
Jesus Christ, dude. Come on.
All right, I'm gonna change the topic because there's something that I've been talking about. Is that yeah, I might don't want to talk about this. Is a really touchy subject, but
I'm all about touchy subjects.
nowadays people think people who have mental illnesses are fucking retarded, don't know what they're doing, and they're judging them people like y'all started off basically.
Okay, I'll start this off. That shit kind of pisses me off a little bit because it's like you can't judge someone for being at least a little different. Because I'm pretty sure most of us in this very room have at least a wee little bit of a problem with themselves. No offense to y'all, of course. But the fact we may have our own problems and our own issues that we're dealing with mentally and or physically, who knows? But you don't fucking do that shit. You don't judge somebody by the way they are or how they act. Everyone's gonna be different than one other person. They gotta deal with it because they're just hating. They're probably jealous of you just because of that shit. I mean, some people are different as hell. And it's like, hey, you're fucking strange, go fuck yourself, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so go fuck yourself. That's me. Get the fuck over it.
That's not what I was like talking about.
Well, my point is that that kind of shit pisses me off.
I'm talking about the people who have like depression, anxiety.
Oh, now you bring that up. Now just look not like a dumbass.
Not to interrupt you, Flash. I think what Flash is trying to say is like people try to
Cover this shit up.
Right, they try to construe the two and make it one thing or the other, and it may. I'll let you elaborate more, but
Like
I feel
me personally, I have anxiety and depression, but lately my anxiety has been overpowering me. I don't know how it came about, but some people might think it's a fake illness, but nobody doesn't know how I feel personally about it. Like, I feel like I'm gonna die. Like my heart's like going 9-0. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I can't do anything. I can't talk.
Or
Y'all have any shit like that?
I know
I'll
that.
speak. Well, you can go. Well, I'll speak on it.
Go ahead, man.
Honestly, and I'm not going to say everybody deals with anxiety. We all have different ways of dealing with things. I know personally, I don't really have anxiety as much as I have stress. And some people tell you stress and anxiety play hand in hand, and some will say it's the same thing.
Right.
In my opinion, it's not the same thing because a lot of my stress, if I don't keep it, it turns into anger.
Yeah.
Like everybody's got a different fight. Everybody's got a different battle. And depression isn't a joke. I mean, some people sit there and tell you it's all in your head. I mean, yeah, actually it is all in your head, but it's not like that they're putting it out there.
Right.
Like not only is it something in your head, but it's something that's not clicking in your heart, your mind, your body. It could be you're missing that significant other. Something happened, then you're not right with yourself.
Right.
You're working yourself to death. You're literally to the point where you don't know what you're going to do.
You just want to blow your brains out, basically.
Pretty much. And, sometimes some people are not strong enough to fight it and some are. Like, I'm not going to speak on myself. I'm not going to speak for anybody else. Not everybody has the same situation. Some situations suck. And you can look at somebody and think they've got it together.
Right.
But deep down,
They don't.
they don't. Like, you can look at somebody who's going on good job, good family. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes, and you don't know what goes on with their job or jobs. Because a lot of people work more than one job. In this room, we've got 2 people that work 2 jobs. They're always busting their ass.
I
You know,
actually
the
got my
situation.
situation today. Never been here to it.
Like, I know just about everybody's situation in this room, and I can tell you, unknowns is different from no ID. No IDs is different from flashes. Mine is different from everybody's, but in a sense, it's the same, similar to no IDs. Everybody's different. You can't judge an entire library off of one book. And I think that is without a doubt one of the biggest things wrong with society today. They want to judge the entire library by one book.
You got to open it up and see it.
You got to go
Exactly.
through because nothing in this on this planet is the same.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is different. Everybody's different. Situations may be similar, but there's not a fact for fact situation where everything is the same. And that's where a lot of people fail to realize when they're so quick to judge. They don't see behind the scenes. They see what they want to see. And if they still see behind the scenes, it's going to be the same thing. They don't want to see behind the scenes, so it's going to be what they want to see. and that's the downfall. We have an older generation, and I'm not saying anything bad if we have older listeners. Our older generation, like our grandparents, they don't look at things the same way our parents look at it.
Right.
We by no means look at it the same way our parents look at it, and our kids will by no means look at it the same way we look at it. It's all about where you're at, where you came from, and where you stand now. And I think that is probably the most important statement I've made all night, if not made the entire night for this cast.
I got a personal question for all of y'all. 5 years ago, did you see where you're at now that you're here?
10 years ago?
No, 5 years ago.
Oh, I was going to say 10 years ago. I was kicking a damn soccer ball.
Okay, 5 years ago, 5 years ago, you're like, I don't know what y'all were doing, but do y'all see yourself 5 years ago where you're at now?
Fuck, no, I thought it'd be rich by now.
Not even close, bro. Not even fucking close. Not even close. Shit, I was just getting married. I was like 2-3 years married. In my marriage 5 years ago. I definitely wouldn't think I'd be here. You know what I mean? But I guess it's part of life. Like, you know.
Stuff happens for a reason, though.
That's it.
You think? I have another question. If you can restart your life all over again, would y'all do it?
I wouldn't. The reason
We're
behind
getting deep in this motherfucker right now.
I know that's how you notice it, but in all honesty, I wouldn't. As much as I hate to say it, you can't. Okay, because of the fact that the past makes you who you are, even though if it was a bad or good past. Besides the fact that if you changed yourself, we wouldn't be knowing each other right now at this table, probably. Because of the fact that if it wasn't for, if I were to have still been in school, I probably wouldn't even know half of y'all up in this damn room. So it's like, I wouldn't want to restart what the greatest friends and the greatest family I have right now. Sure, we've all had a struggle in our lives. But at the same time, those struggles made us who we are today.
What about you, Andy?
He just made a lot of good points, and I can't say that I disagree with any of them. Like, he's right. Like, the struggle does make us who we are. Like, I can sit here and talk about all the things I've been through in my life, and it's hard for me to say. Like, honestly, I want to say, yeah, if I could go back and restart, yeah, because I did a lot. I did just a lot of the things right for a long time. Made a few mistakes, lost everything. So if I could go back and correct just those few mistakes. Me and Young were actually just talking about this on the way here. We were getting into some deep shit, and I was talking about where I could be with my current job or the job I was with then if I'd have stuck it out and moved my way up and shit like that. But at the same time, if I did stay in that situation and I did go make a bunch of money and I died a shitty person, what does that really mean? You know what I'm saying? Like or if I get drugged through the mud and I'm here right now, like, I believe in my heart at the same time that, like, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Like, this room right now in this minute is where I'm supposed to be in my life. Like, I've lived in Hattiesburg for the last 8 years. Like, there's a reason I'm here with y'all. There's a reason I met y'all. Like, so at the same time, like, I would say I'd restart, but at the same time, like, you can't fuck with God's plan. You know?
The richest people in the world is, like, one of the richest men in the world. I don't know how much he has, but he's not happy at all.
I want to be one of the motherfuckers to be like, man, if I was rich, I'd be happy. It's cliche because I'm not. I've been poor my whole life, but if I had a couple M's in the bank account, I think
You'll be happy, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we'll see. I'm going to speak on it. Honestly, if I could go back in time and change something, there's not a damn thing I would change in my life.
I heard that shit.
I went through some shit. I've done some stupid shit. But there are some things in my life, if I changed, I may never be blessed with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blessed in the situation. Necessarily, I'm blessed. There are issues with the situation. I still wouldn't change it. Like, I've got this beautiful girl. She's head over heels for me. I love her to death, and she's going to be the one I marry, and we're really just going to have a life together. Yeah. If I go back and change the littlest thing, would I still be here today?
No.
Right. You don't know. Anything, like, changing the smallest thing could change it. I may not be here with my closest friends today. May not even be alive today if I go back and change something. Because honestly, if I never met her, I might not be alive to this day.
All good points. Let me ask this question to relate to that. If you could go back, not only could you change it or not, but personally, what would you do different? What different approaches towards life would you take? I know that. Well, I'll let Flash speak on it, and then I'll go ahead.
I know one thing that he'll probably change, but I'm not going to say it because it's your personal business. But I know one thing that you'll change.
Makes sense.
Honestly, I think I would have changed my attitude a lot growing up. I was arrogant, I was narcissistic, and that really set you back in life. Because honestly, you got to take what you got and make the best out of it. Because this is the way I look at it now: plan for the worst, but make the best.
Heard that. I think if I could change anything, it would definitely be. Honestly, this may make me sound whatever. I was really reckless as a child, but like at the same time, I still would have lived more free. Like I would have did more shit. To quote Eminem, he said, "If I could take it all back now, I wouldn't. I would have did more shit that people said that I shouldn't." Like, and that's kind of how I would look back on it. Like I would have just lived a little. I got arrested when I was 11 years old for selling weed in my middle school. Like I lived crazy and did all that. But just talking about as far as like, I would have talked to more people. I wouldn't have let my anxiety get to me as much. I would have been more sociable. I would have made more relationships. I would have partied more. I would have got down more. I would have done more dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's just my approach at it. Like, I feel like you only live once, and I look back and I think I'm 26 now. I'm too old to be out acting a fool. I'm not old, but I feel like 26, you got to grow up. Like, you should be grown by 26. Act your fucking age. Like, I can't be out acting dumb and partying and doing crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like, I wish in those years, instead of getting married and stuff, with the way that it's turned out now, I wish I kind of would have just walled out a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like, just enjoyed life more and not thought about shit as much. Just enjoyed myself. Just did what I wanted to do, you know?
Yeah. I'll give my opinion on it. If I could relive my life, I wouldn't change it because I was raised with my grandparents. I wouldn't change anything about that. But the only thing I would change is what he said, my attitude, because I wasn't snobby, but I had a really smart mouth towards my grandma. I don't know why, but I did when I was growing up. But as I'm getting older, I understand all the sacrifices she did for me, basically. Like, she did a lot, but I made a lot of mistakes in my life, but I learned from the mistakes, basically. Like, the past 2 years, I haven't been this happy in forever. I'm with the girl of my dreams right now. If I would change, like what he said, change one thing, I probably wouldn't even be with her. So jealous you're old me. Anyways, but I'm gonna marry her one day. On this shit, but one day.
What I'm saying is, if you guys break up, I'm next in line.
I already got married, B. I'll leave that shit to y'all. I'm one and done. That's all
I already chose my kids' godparents.
I better be the fucking godfather.
That's what's up.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not the godfather because of fucking problems.
You're gonna be the godfather.
Good. You can't be the godmom. Well, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer.
I don't. I'm gonna leave that up to my.
Really, if you have a godfather, whoever he's married to is automatically the godmother.
Okay. If you say so.
Hey, that's correct, right?
I mean, I think we're splitting hairs at this point, but yeah, I think you're
We're
right.
off topic now.
I think you're right. But.
Did y'all see the Rapture Logic documentary?
I did, man. It was pretty good.
Opinion on it?
I mean, it was good, but I mean, it's not like touching on the level of Logic's music, so there's not much I can speak on it. I mean, it does portray a good bit, but it's more so talking about him going on tour than it is talking about his come up and how hard he worked.
Right. The whole entire documentary is about Everybody Tour, which we saw, and his main show was the show that we went to, but it's basically the whole entire documentary. You think?
I got a question. This reverts back to the anime. I don't know why this just came to mind, but it seems like a dope. Whatever you want to call it, topic. Let's say, I was going to say if you had one wish, let's make it even more dope. Let's say if you went and collected all 8 Dragon Balls, okay?
7?
Summoned your boy.
How can you say
bro?
How can you say 8?
Look, I can't speak on it because, you know what I'm saying, I want the feds at the door, but you know why I'm talking crazy. If you collected all 8, I know how many Dragon Balls there are. If you collected all 8, I can't believe that.
7
I want to kick my own ass right now.
Oh, 7. What the fuck?
Okay, all 7.
We need to take an intermission so I can kill myself, and then the rest of them will return. All 8 Dragon Balls, and you got one wish. What would it be. Literally, if you have one wish, you can make one wish for whatever you
I want to
want.
bring my grandmother back.
Same here, personally.
All dope. All dope.
You would just get all the money in the world.
No, actually, you just think I'm this shallow motherfucker.
I'm just saying.
Chris
likes money and wants to be happy again.
Okay, fair enough, and that's fair. But the point I was trying to make, and maybe this still makes me greedy, I would wish for unlimited wishes. If you can do that and that's null and void, then I'd bring my dad back for sure. For sure. Because you can't put a price on that.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Like, that was the first thing that came to my mind, and I was like, well, then I'll wish for like unlimited wishes, and I'll bring my dad back, my sister, my grandmother, and then I'll wish for like 100 mil, and then we'll be Gucci. But we just gonna do one. I'd bring my pops back.
I'll bring my grandma back.
Respect.
No doubt.
Okay. Have you ever had dreams about a dead loved one come to you in a dream and yell at you?
Not yell at me, but I have had similar things happen, like to where it felt really real. Like I really felt like he was there. You know what I mean?
I had one dream one night. I don't know. Okay, I was at my apartment. My girlfriend staying the night, and I had a dream. My grandma came to me, yelling at me about the stuff I was doing.
Emily or the other one?
Emily. And I was talking, like, she came to me, like, saying that you need to fix this, you need to fix that. And basically, what I took that as a message to fix what I'm trying to do in my life. And that's, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I got some news. I got a job today. The second job, I'll be working there for a weekend. It's a bike shop.
That's what's up. I ain't never mad at a man going and making more money. That's what's up.
Let me think. Anybody got any more topics?
I'm asked out at this point, G. Like,
I'm second that motion. Shoot.
I'm running on E.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
This is Young Brilliance. Shouts out to everybody who's going to watch. Hit the comics up, like, share, get the word out. If we get big enough, we'll start doing giveaways for you guys. And help us get out there. Young Brilliance signing off.
Flash signing off.
No ID.
Unknown signing out.
I thought that was pretty dope.